Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to help out with activity 5.2a, the geometric constraints. This is, I'll be honest, one of the trickiest ones. When I did this activity for the first time, it took me a while to get all of the constraints correct. And as we go through this today, I'm going to be honest, I'll probably make some mistakes and have to back up, but that's just the way that learning how to do Inventor works. If you've not already watched this video, the geometric constraints video, please do. It'll give you a good intro. It won't teach you everything you need to know, but it'll get you started. But I'm going to move down now into each of these 5 videos. So, the goal of this activity is to use constraints to create sketches that do exactly what those videos do. So I'm going to start by creating a part. Now, most of the time when we are working in Inventor, our goal is to actually create some kind of a part. We're not really doing that. This is more of a practice time. And so I'm actually going to do everything within this one sketch. So I won't even click Finish Sketch until I'm all the way done with this activity. And then again, there's nothing that you need to turn in. You just need to show a partner that you can do what these videos do. So we'll start with the first one. This is simplest. So this sketch is going to have 2 lines. Looks like this line is going to be able to change sizes, so it's not constrained to any particular length. And that this line is always going to be a horizontal line, and that it is always attached to one end of the first line. So I think I can draw that. Start by just drawing 2 lines. Now, I'm going to draw just like this first. I want this line to remain horizontal, so I'm going to go up and look at my constraints. And if I had just drawn my line horizontally, it would have automatically applied this constraint, but I wanted to show you how to do it. So this is the horizontal constraint. And if I click on that constraint and then click on this line, it'll make this line always horizontal. And then this again happened automatically, but the other constraint that we have here is that these 2 lines are connected. And if I want to see that, I can right click and show all constraints. So I can see the horizontal constraint, and this is called a coincidence constraint. You can find that here if you need to use it. And it just means the 2 lines are connected, and it's represented by that little square. Alright, so now I want to just see if my lines are working the right way. So this line can change sizes. This line can move up and down and remains connected. Let me just see here. One thing I'm checking is I know that this line can change sizes, but I can't remember if this line was supposed to. Yes, that line can change sizes as well. Alright, so I have done constraint number 1. Let's move on to constraint number 2. Alright, so this time I've got a rectangle and a circle. Looks like this corner of the rectangle stays in the center of the circle, and that the bottom of the rectangle should stay on the perimeter of the circle there. Alright. Let's give this a try. I'm just going to draw this over here. And a rectangle. And okay, now let's just see how this moves right now. And because these already have so many constraints, I'm just going to hide the constraints. So right now, my rectangle and my circle are not, so it is connected to the middle of the circle. That's correct, but it's not connected to this edge. I'm going to try a coincidence constraint here. I don't know if this will actually work. Oh yeah, it did. Alright, so let's see here. Yep, so this shrinks the circle as I do the rectangle. But I feel like there was another part of this constraint. Okay. So we have what's going on upside down. We have what's going on vertically. I need to figure out how to make this work left and right, though. Let's see here. So I need some kind of constraint. And by the way, there are a lot of ways to do each of these. And so if you get stuck, yeah, there's lots of ways to do each of these things. And so if you did it a different way, that's okay. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to attach the center of this rectangle to a fixed point. So I can just put a point anywhere. I use the point feature. I'm just going to place it right there. And then I'm going to do a coincidence constraint between the middle, and you can see when I got towards the middle, that dot came up that shows that we're talking about the middle of that line, to this point. And then, as I spread this out, now mine is acting the same way as the video. Alright, moving on to my next constraint. This is constraint number 3. Here I have a hexagon and a circle inside of a box. Alright. And I will begin by just drawing each of the items that I need. So I'm going to need a rectangle. I'm going to need a circle. And I'm going to need a hexagon. So I go to polygon, do 6 sides, say done. Oops, always do that. And then draw it. Alright, so these are my 3 pieces that I'll need to constrain to make that geometric constraint number 3.